Good evening, everyone. Just a quick audio check right quick that we have audio everywhere we're supposed to have it and captions everywhere we're supposed to have it. Looks good to me. Cool. Good evening. Sorry for starting just a little bit late. Been running behind on absolutely everything today, so it's all good. Mic could be louder. That's wild because my microphone is almost at 100%. Let me tell you what, I will turn down pretzel a little bit. Maybe that'll help. How's that? Cool. All right. Evening, Wolf Mom. Evening 20. So the plan for the evening is yes, Mike could be louder, but you don't want me to be louder. Yeah, I see how it is. Gotta love those Mike jokes. All right. So we're going to jump back into the quest for the Frozen Flame right here in Lower Link. Did a little bit of, had a session this past, I guess 2 weeks ago now. It wasn't this weekend, it was last weekend. So it's time to do a little bit of planning. Completed all these things, so this is completed. So let's go ahead and I think I marked everything here. Cool. All right, that's looking good. That's looking good. So select and complete with selected, copy to a new session. Yeah, session 28. Let's try that again. Session 28. That is going to be coming really, really soon. There it is. And it is in planning status, actually. Yeah, that is our planning status right now. Save that. Then I'm going to select and complete and copy to existing session 28. I just created, copy. Cool. We're going to do some notes work here in just a minute, but we're going to come in. Oh, interesting. Oh, hey, there it is. I'm in dark mode now. Cool. By the way, we have dark mode now. I hadn't been using dark mode before, but here we are on stream. I'll go ahead and use that. I was doing some dark mode testing earlier, so apparently got one of my browser windows that I hadn't reloaded since then. All right, so session question mark, attack on Venexus. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's probably not going to happen until one more session. So we're going to just call it session 29. It's going to be go, planning, save that. Okay, back to our list of sessions. We've got May, June, and July figured out. This one is active. These are planning. We're going to move that around just a little bit. Attack on Venexus. This is going to be probably the Blood Owls. No, that was 27. This is 28. It's going to be Blood Owls. It's going to be a lot of the things that go on there. So we're going to add a few locations in here. So we've got these locations. We're going to add a few more, associate more. I'm going to go out on a limb and assume that Ashen Swale's in for it. There's a lot of stuff to do before actually taking on Benexus, but that was last week's stream, but thanks for playing. Trading post. There's a few places in here that we want to go. Take a minute to get through all this because there's a couple locations in Layuba. I think I might just Layuba is in here somewhere. Put in Layuba and call it a day. There we go. Cool. All right. I think that's probably all we're gonna do. Oh, you know what I don't have open? That's fine. Let's look through a few of these. Let me think about where we want to go. Let's start by reviewing the GM notes. And then we're going to write up player notes. Player notes. And just for fun, let's look at the previous session, 26. Player notes. So I did the timeline, the awards. We're going to do that here. Timeline, awards. It's not all that. You get some treasure. Reputation already awarded. All right. So let's go through the reputation. +2, +3 reputation. Okay. So with that, we're going to come into the campaign. 1, 2, 3 reputation. Okay. Party's level 7. Save all that. One additional thing that I need to do. I have not actually calculated XP yet. So this is started on. Ended on. Okay. There we go. Player notes. We've got those notes in there. Okay. Talk with Fezerod. Dragon Nexus brother. Yeah, so that went really well. After ensuring that the captives were cared for, you removed the muzzle from Fezrod and had a conversation with the dragon. He promised to help clean up the last few burning mammoths before returning to his brother in return for his freedom. The conversation started well enough, but as it went on, it became clear that he was going to be a problem later, prompting. Are there cuddly baby tapirs? In the tapir grove, there may actually be cuddly baby tapirs. I need to double check that for you. Yeah, they probably are undead tapirs, actually. Not gonna lie, that wouldn't surprise me. Lagafir pen, tapirs, where's the... Why can it not? That's interesting. Lagafirs. Why can I not find this thing? Oh, that's true. You may not have searched them and gotten the treasure. That's true. All right, here, 1 second. I know how to find this. Let me pull up the PDF really quickly because I may have screwed up. Yeah, that's one of the things we've been talking about adding to Lurelink is a full text search. There's as a user, it's something you're like, yeah, I'd really like a full text search. As a developer, you go, ew. But it's something we're definitely going to add at some point. Adventure. Tapir. Must be in the description and not in the name. I'm not seeing tapirs anywhere in here. The entire PDF, I don't find tapir anywhere. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I know where it is. That's probably why I missed it. Yeah, there it is. The Tapir Grove. You're right. In the Gornock Plain, Tapir Grove. You're absolutely correct. This is Gornock Plain. I think you already found the tapirs. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, that was a long time ago for sure. second. I've got a list of everybody in the following. Oh yes, 2 tapirs. They had favored Shalana initially. 2 tapirs did in fact join the following. So you can go see them anytime you want. Oh, goodness. All right. All right, so there's the party level, party XP, following level. Okay, that's all good. Okay, coming back to editing this after ensuring the campus, there's going to be a problem later. Prompting. I think it was Lilandra. Yeah, Lilandra did the thing. To slip quietly around the cage and launch a surprise attack while Hayes continued the conversation. That went fast. Oh, that's right. You intentionally didn't loot everything. So let's go through here really quickly. Okay, no treasure, because what you did instead is so the party then opened the cage, dropped Fezrod's corpse out onto the battlefield, and staged the conflict to look like Fezrod had been killed by the burning mammoths. Because that is who you wanted your enemies to attack each other instead of focusing on y'all or on the residents of Layuba for that matter. So with the rescued captives, you returned to the hunters and continued on to Layuba. Many hands made the transport of the proceeds of the hunt easy, and you moved quickly toward town. So looking at the map really quickly, let's look at locations, Lost Mammoth Valley. Let's pull this up. So across the swamp, that's still 6 days there. So that ends on 9. Ramachan. Go ahead and save this, and then we'll go ahead and edit it again. I just don't want to lose my place. Add some details. Vilandra, while passing by Raspire, Vilandra chose to remain with Jacoa for a couple days before catching up with the group. Easy from her elk mount, I believe it is. Alandra will start with +1 hero points for that. To calculate the XP from Vezerad. Sorry, folks, I'm just brain dead today. This is just the way today is going to be going. That's what I'm looking for. I'm going to switch to view mode. We're going to go to Burning Mammoth Camp. All right. Yeah, the elk deserves a name. You going to name him Moose? Mussolini? Sorry. Dave the elk. All right, we have Ezra. I apparently, there it is. There's where Fezrod shows up. Young White Dragon, creature 6. Okay. So that's XP for level -1. That's 30 XP. There's a couple other things happen. So found the Waymarker's ring and 5 GP. Because you located that Waymarker. All right, you defeated Bone Warriors at C3. Which was Hearth. Okay. When approaching Layuba, you were stopped by a patrol, but because you were with the Sutaki and carrying the and hides from the hunt, you were allowed to pass through. Once inside Layuba, you were met with mixed, kind of like mixed welcome and caution. But the residents made sure to thank you quietly for the return of their family members. You were quickly assured to Hearth, the community building, but when attempting to leave in the evening, you were jumped by some bone warriors of Ashen Swales. Bone warriors. Double checking a couple things as we write up this event. The events. Event 1, Event 2, Event 3, Event 5. Welcoming party. Okay. We're quickly joined by Zedek and Otak, and together made quick work of the warriors. What else had them? They are Sunderhoof. I love it. Then we get to event 6. Event 6. There we go. Flight. After the battle, Zedek and Otak approach the party. Zedek asks them, yeah. Okay. You initially follow quietly, but start getting more suspicious as you proceed. Back flashes. A bone owl. Blood owl, not bone owl, blood owl. Symbol, and you continue following until he takes you into a building, indicating it's safe to talk. At which point he mentions that Yokoi had sent him to help and bring you to a meeting. You're led into the back of the observatory and in through a hidden door down a few short tunnels into a stone door full of divots with nearby or with glowing pebbles. After adjusting the pebbles, the door opens into an extra dimensional space. That's a lot to do with Yokoi and others inside. All right, so that's basically what happens. You're ready to kick things off from that moment on. Save that. This session is now completed. And we can move on to session 28 as the active session. That's the one we're going to do next. Let's come back to session 27. Let's edit the. I need to do a couple things. Let's edit the. There we go. Edit the jam notes. Really quickly because I can't remember my phone formatting. Let's look at the GM notes here. And on 9 Lemeshan, 70 XP. Plus 3 reputation. There we go. Let's go ahead and create a note. Started on 9 Lemeshan, level 7 with 70 XP. And on, let's still be level 7, but with question marks. To do, meet with, cool, take care, Wolf Mom, enjoy dinner. Meet with Yokoi and Blood Owls. Presumably attack Ashen Swale. Possibly do chores. And you're going to start at the locations. Nope. Expand. I want to see the locations in Layuba. Inside of the observatory. Well, we're really more than that. We're really inside of Blood Owl's base. All right. Blood Owl's base. I'm going to go ahead and include that inside of here. That was not me, but okay. The parent location is the observatory. Going to add a description. Going to the Blood Owl's base. So event 6. We're going to attach locations. Blood Owl's base we're going to add to here. Okay. Save that. Clear this. That's the starting point for the GM nodes. Cool. I actually need to add an event. Event 6 flight. That we're kind of in the middle of event 6, technically. We're going to go through and have that interaction. ESF Awa. I don't know that they're in here. That's fine. I think Iokoi is in there though, so let's go to the let's go into here. Let's go to the triggers. We're going to add game objects. Yeah, that's gonna be fixed soon, but that's fine. We're gonna look for Iokoi. I think Iokoi is in here. Maybe. No, okay, that's fine. Let's go to characters. Turns out Iokoi is pretty important, but is not actually listed yet. We're going to go to the location I just created, the Blood Owl's base. We're just going to add this to the description for now. Mesa, Phila and Awa in there. Zedak and Iokoi are of course in here as well. Okay. And then we're going to do the Blood Owls event, which is the big thing. The Blood Owls are going to have an opportunity to impress the Blood Owls. They are going to give the party opportunities to earn reputation, but let's look. Let's see. Accomplishing a deed earns the party 1 reputation point. They need like 9, I think. Blood Owls. List circumstance minutes if they're following a self-level. +2 if it's 13th or higher. Archives of Nethys. Following, no, there it is, following with the Broken Tusk. Is it leadership? I don't remember how to. Leadership, running leadership. This is specific to that. It's more of an organization. Subsystems, yes. Vehicles, exploration, leadership, reputation, influence research. We really... Organization levels. There we go. Organization levels. I need to look at that a little bit. I think there's still 12, but I'm going to have to dig into that level system again. I don't recall organization levels. Nope. There's actually there's a chart somewhere about this. I find the organization chart. Okay. Organization worksheet. That looks like fun, but all right. Their influence points and ranks. There we go. Shoot. Nope. All right, I give up. I'll look for that later, off stream. XP awards. We've already calculated all the XP awards for this. That's good. Ready for the next session. Okay, let's take I've already... level party XP following level. I've already updated this stuff, so that's good. Need to research that following level. That's what I don't remember. So I think that's the only thing that I have left to do to plan, other than reviewing the next set of locations. So let's look at the events. So the first event they're going to do is this. Let's go into view mode because we're going to do a little bit of research reading here. Already gotten in there. There's the Blood Owl base, extra dimensional. We've kind of tucked over that, but we haven't talked to anybody yet. There's Onak. I missed Onak. Onak needs to get added to the location description. They had met Onak previously, so that's good. All right, Asa, Fila, and Awa. So Yuko asked to talk to them, answer questions, share information about the Blood Owls. So this should have a Blood Owls tag. This has the information about the Blood Owls. So you see how quickly that was. This is what I love about Lurelink. I've tagged this as a Blood Owls event. Now there's the information about Blood Owls, one click away. This group of Sataki freedom fighters works to overflow Estrogen, Swale, and Venexis. Boom. Blood Owls are a burgeoning rebel group. Plans to overthrow them. At present, they include 12 influential members. They need the party's aid to gain the support of other Sataki. Okay. Let's also look at reputation. They have crossed over to 31 reputation points. That happened during the last adventure. They need just 9 to hit 40. Nearly every Sataki lies stash and Swell's minions to aid the party, allows them to hide in their home, and offers the party minor gifts or favors. If they can hit 41, they've earned the trust of Sataki leaders. All but a few Sataki pledge their support to the party against Stash and Swell, provide aid when needed. So that's really what they want to get, but at this point in time, they should be good enough. With that said, let's look at the next event. That is event 7, the Blood Owls. This is going to be where we kind of kick things off. Late that evening, the Blood Owls arrive to meet the party. For instructions, they adjourn to the plateau to plan the next move. They're questioned about their motives and goals, and they may be questioned in return. It convinces the Blood Owls the party is integral to their rebirth. They give you a deed, a minor way the party can earn the support of the villagers. If the party has any unfinished quests outside of Layuba, such as claiming the Ashen Tower, helping Soul Singer Kota see, or impressing Kavana, 32 and 48. So let's do that. Let's add 32 and 48 to our... I'm going to do a thing here really quickly. Let's go to Sessions, Blood Owls. It's at 32 and 48. I'm going to delete a bunch of these things, actually. Too much. We'll add things as necessary to mark them completed, but I went overboard on that. So we're going to unlink all these things. We're going to add 32 and 48. And we've already done the Ashen Tower, B32. Oh yeah, I need B47 and B48. My bad. B47 and B48. We've already been to the Brass Pyre. B48. There is the Tracker's Camp. Boom. Hunter's Camp, the Tracker's Camp. So let's look at these really quickly. These are the things that I know about. The Hunter's Camp doesn't Kentucky Hunters are hunting Aurora. Okay, cool. Tracker's Camp. Okay, then we have the Bloody Fork, Border Demon, okay, and then we have the Fishing Camp. Cool. All right, so those are the things outside of Layuba. Then we have Layuba itself, which I'm going to go ahead and mark. We're there. We're going to also associate an existing location, which is the Blood Owls base, which is where we're starting. So we're going to mark that as completed. Okay, then we're going to go and look for anything else we need. So during the meeting, each character in the party can press the Blood Owls For each success, they share one additional deed the party can undertake, or 2 on a critical success. The party gains a +1 circumstance bonus to their checks, or +2. Yep. Might detail the following deeds to the party. Accomplishing a deed earns the party a reputation point. Okay. C1, C2, C6, C7, C8. I don't know what areas they're going to have available yet, so I'm not going to add those in yet. So with 4 party members, they're going to get at least 4 additional locations, but that's not enough to get up to 40. The places they already know about outside will get them a few more if they want to go do that. It's really up to them. What I'm looking for is at what point the Blood Owl will share the details of the plan when one or more of the following conditions is met. The party has more than 40 reputation points. They've completed all available deeds. They have less than 2 weeks remaining in the month of Lamachan, or you feel the players are ready to progress the story. Yeah, that's probably what we're going to do. We're probably going to speed run this a little bit. I don't want to drag this out much longer. The Blood Owls I'm going to have them do a few of these quests, but we're probably not going to adventure outside to do those quests unless they really ask to. So let's go ahead and add areas 1, 2, 6, 7, and 8. C1, C2, so I just need 6 and 7. And 7. It is, oops. Trading post, there we go, cool. There's that. Okay, so those are the locations where they're going to be able to go do things if they would like to. Then they're going to share details of the plan. All right, so that's going to be another event, actually. I don't know that I have that event in here, so let's look at something really quickly. Event. Nope, I don't have the plan in here. Good for me. The plan. Dun 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 dun. I've got to do this line at a time, copy and paste thing out of the sheet, so that'll take me a second. They're really close to all of those criteria, but I think that okay, then let's copy all this. Boy, there's a lot of text. Okay. The Blood Owls during 2 Ashen Swale after 1 Slayuba Uprising, we're going to read this together here in a second. I'm just going to okay. Oh, and then we have this is event the plan is part of event 7. So we're going to save this. Oh, the plan. The plan. So the plan is going to get associated with this. Back to edit mode, associated trigger. The plan. Create trigger, boom. Then we're going to go into our current thing here. We're going to add event the plan. Oh, right. I need to update now. Timelines. Layuba. First event Layuba is at 140, so we're the 9th. So 140 plus 8 is 148. That's where I need to move now to. So we're going to go to events. Now. Current time marker. Oh, I can't edit it in here. That's right. It's on the timeline. It's there it is. Edit. Wait, how is it? What? Is Layuba wrong? Lamashan, what in the? Oh, Journey to Layuba. I'm stupid. The month is Lamashan. It's Lamashan. So it's 154 plus 8 is 162. That's correct. Okay. I can math, I promise. There's that. Now has been updated. Doesn't make a huge difference. It just affects the sequence of things as it shows up on the timeline. We've got a big timeline here, so it shows kind of where now is in relation to other things. So I really need to add some of the other events on the timeline so that they kind of show things up. The timeline's a cool feature for putting things in sequence when you're in an adventure like this where things are happening kind of in a campaign level time frame. Okay, so did that really quickly. I almost forgot to do that earlier. I've got the plan set up. Looks like I've got more events though because, yeah, the plan is there, but I don't have, I'm missing event 8. So there's stuff in the sheet that I hadn't put in here. So give me a second. I'm gonna switch my layout just a bit. Okay, so you should be able to see the sheet next to me here, next to this. So we're going to create the event 8. Create event. Event 8. Dinner date. That's right, these events have, some of them have the welcoming party. That's a moderate 7. Oh, I need to do that. Okay. Light has nothing, Blood Elves has nothing, but event 8 is a moderate 7. So we're going to say moderate 7. And then description. Don't let me forget, I need to add more XP to the last session because I completely forgot about the event XP. Necrohusk. Oh, good times. Desiac. Okay, so we're going to do this. We're going to, come on. Event 8, dinner date. Okay, so event 5, welcoming party. We have to do that. So let's do a couple things. First, we're going to add a tag. This is a reputation tag. Okay. It can earn you reputation. So moderate 7. Let's look at XP awards. So what's interesting to me is that the XP awards table doesn't really account for moderate versus reveal 7. It's still just 7. So it's party level, it's 40. So I shorted them 40 XP. So let's go into campaigns. Oops, went way too far out. 70, it's 110. That's the current XP. So we're going to go then into the session notes from here. 110 plus 70. It's 110. Oh, 110. Then we go back to session 28, which is the next one. Edit this note to start at 110. All right, cool. So back to our events. Event A, actually, let me come into creatures. Desiac is a villain. I don't have him in here, so Desiac gets a. What's up, Wolf Mom? Creature 8. Do this, boom, there we go. Now we can attach Desiac to what location is this in? Dines at Hearth. Okay, cool. So okay, we're going to do a couple things. We're going to associate. No, we don't need to do this. Okay, we're going to do this the other way around. We're going to come to locations. We're going to go to Hearth. And he is now potentially available at Hearth. Desiac. More importantly, events. Event 8. Dinner date. Has some triggers. The trigger is Hearth. So also the trigger is event 7. There we go, Blood Owls events. going to happen after that. And then I can add a game object. I'm going to add Desiac. Desiac there. Okay, cool. Dinner date. Cool. Necrohusk is actually in here. I'm going to link this. Feature 5. Instead of that, we're going to link to the Necrohusk on Archives of Nethys. Okay. Okay, it's been tagged with reputation, so this is pretty good. So we have event 8 in here now. Okay, let's read through the plan. The shared details of the plan. We know we're going to do it. They have the support of mini Sutaki. During the stages, the party can call in any allies outside the city they wish to bring into Lyuba that they have met with so far. This may include, of course, Commander Montgrim, Vare, etc. These allies may require Sutaki escorts or other aid to approach without being discovered. To successfully move against Ashen Swale, they need to trick Venexus into temporarily leaving Lyuba. Party could time the uprising to coincide with one of the dragon's hunting trips. Alternatively, they could plan a distraction. They could do a forest fire, destruction of the shrine. They could potentially just leave the rumor of where the body was of his brother. While Venexus is out of Lyuba, Ashen Swale oversees her glacial palace and cannot leave it undefended. So Ashen Swale has 2 lieutenants in command of his forces. One, Azia never leaves Ashen Swale's compound, but the other, Desiac, leaves once a week to dine at Hearth. Party must attack Lieutenant Desiac at Hearth while Venexus is away. Lewin can ensure the other patrons present are loyal to the Blood Owls. After he's defeated, the party and the Blood Owls will attack Ashen Swale's patrolling minions under cover of darkness. Parties attempted to participate in one of these fights and should determine who will compose the other attack forces. Once Lyuba is secure, the villagers await dawn. With the rising sun, the uprising begins. The party, Blood Owls, Sutaki villagers attack the Howling Square and the gates of Ashen Swale's compound. While the party fights the carrion golems outside, the villagers destroy the undead in the Howling Square, and the Blood Owls fight the guards patrolling the area. The uprising spreads into Ashen Swale's compound, where they will face Ashen Swale's remaining followers, including Bone Warriors, Necromancers, Undead, and Lieutenant Azzy. The party is expected to confront Azzy while their allies defeat the remaining enemies. Cool, 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 cool. With Azzy defeated, the party must then enter the Glacial Palace. Alone against Venexus servants. Meanwhile, the uprising will continue to rage outside the palace. Finally, the party must face Venexus and claim the primordial flame. So, it starts with the dinner date, and that's probably and securing Lyuba, assault on the compound, reaching the gates. Stand, okay. So we've got the dinner date down. We're going to do securing Lyuba as event 9. That's going to be a trivial 7. Yeah, okay. Necromancer. Creature 5. Begging your pardon. Okay. Necromancer, or just a basic necro. Okay. And then the skeletal woolly rhinos. Okay, so that is that. Event 9. Actually, event 8 and 9 are all part of the plan, so let's do that really quickly. Triggers. Plan. Event 8 is triggered by the plan. The plan. Oh, huh. I have to do that in reverse. That's right. Event 9. Event 8. And event 7. All associated with the plan. Okay, so now that I've got those in there, we're going to do event 10. Let's do event 10. Event 10, assault on the compound. If the party has fallen behind on treasure, this is a great chance to keep up. Okay, so event 10, we're going to go ahead and add event 10. Go into event 10, and we're going to add the plan. Okay, cool. So we're all hooked up. We've got event 10. We've got breaching the gate. So that's a section we're going to go ahead and include inside of here, I think. It's technically its own event, but it's really all, this is all part of this event. So we're just gonna carrion golems. Go ahead and look this up here. All right, carrion golem. Then that stop needs to stop doing that on me. Okay, the last stand. Clean up the formatting a little bit because that will make this a little bit easier. Read. And we have this stuff in here. So I'm going to have to add Ozzy as a creature. So skeletal giants, that's a fun one. I'm sure everybody's excited about skeletal giants. then Ozzy. Eek. 8. I'm going to go ahead and save this. We're going to go ahead and open up villains. Add Ozzy. Description, and then we'll go ahead and copy everything in. Okay, I could deal with the image, but I'm not going to for right now. So we've got Ozzy back in here. So going to back in here, we're going to add a game object. That is Ozzy. And associate Ozzy with 10. What else is actually pin 10? Assault on the compound, carrion golems. Okay, Ozzy's the only character. Got reputation and aftermath in here. So we need to add reputation. Save this. Add reputation. What else? Okay, cool. After that, we were into the Glacial Palace. So this is absolutely as far as we're going to possibly get during the next session, and there's no chance we're going to get that far. But I'm going to go ahead and add that. Okay, well, hold on. There we go. Blood Owl session 28. Okay, cool. The plan 6, 7. The plan, which the plan links to 8, 9, and 10. Let's go ahead and add them. Nope. Event 9. Event 8 and 10. Cool. All right, so I don't need any of these. Okay. The plan, events 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we've got a whole sequence of events. So we've gone from completely free, wide open exploration, a lot of hexploration, going from hex to hex in the map. Actually, let me switch views really quickly. This will make life a little bit easier. So let me just walk you through what's been going on. So they've been looking through the map, right? They've been exploring hex to hex, visiting all these sites, doing stuff, building reputation, meeting people, building up their following. And now, at the end of a number of sessions of doing this, they've made it to the far end of the valley, they've entered Layuba, and they're ready to start the final attack. And that's where we're getting ready. So we're getting to the point where we're doing some it's a little bit more combat focused, a little bit more opportunities to interact with the people of Layuba, but we're really ready to do a big assault and a big grand finale that's going to take between 2 and 3 sessions to complete. Sometimes the combats can get a little bit muddy and bogged down, but they're going to have an opportunity to rest and prep and maybe even get some gear as part of this. So I think we're in good shape for the next adventure, the next session. I don't think that they're going to make it all the way through to the end of event 10 and be ready to attack the Nexus, but we're getting there. So I'm closing in on the end of this, and this is really book 2. After this, there's a whole other book where the Broken Tusks will get to interact with the Burning Mammoths and try to take out the Burning Mammoths at long last. And yes, Dragons require prep. Yeah, on both sides of that. You want to prep, and I need to prep because it's a big fight coming up. So cool. Well, with that, I think that we're going to wrap things up for the night. We've got a pretty good handle on prep for the next part of this adventure. I'm really looking forward to being able to hopefully wrap up this book this summer. So when you're only meeting once a month and you skip a couple times a year, it can take a while to get through an entire adventure path, but it's fine. It's a lot of fun. I've had a lot of opportunities to do prep and planning here online. Obviously, I'm using LoreLink for all of this. That's why we're here. Our goal through these streams is to kind of showcase what it's like to run a long adventure in LoreLink. That's the purpose of kind of why I'm doing this live. All of our other streams are here to help you kind of understand how to use LoreLink, how to get different types of systems in LoreLink, and we've got general like GM advice too, right? Like what is it like to run different types of campaigns or do different types of things? And our goal is to kind of help you become better game masters and love interacting with you here online. And of course, feel free to follow us here on Twitch or YouTube, give us a like, and hang out on Blue Sky as well. So you can try LoreLink for free. If you're going to be at Origins this month, we're going to be there. It's coming right up. So we're really excited about getting ready for that. And we've got a lot of big news coming down the pipeline throughout the rest of the month. So do stay tuned. But for now, have a good night. Thanks for joining me. And you all take care.